and we'll let you run through this game plan. So if you're ready, judges, are you ready? Perfect. Awesome. So we're going to count down. So 3, 2, 1, action.
All right, Joaquin, this is your phone ringing. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Joaquin, this is John from the Zillow group. I have Elias Estudo on the line, and he'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Are you available to take the call?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'll connect you right now. Ding.
Hello.
Hey, is this Elias?
This is him.
Hey, what's going on, Elias? This is Joaquin with eXp Realty. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I noticed that you inquired about 123 Main Street and you want to take a look at it. Let me ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so what about that area do you enjoy?
We've just always loved that part of Oakland, the schools. I just love that area.
Yeah, definitely. I could vouch for that. Is this the first time you're looking in that area or have you looked at other homes before?
No, we're familiar with this area. You know, we have some friends that moved to the Laurel and we're just super familiar with that area.
Awesome, awesome. So would you rather go see it in the morning, afternoon, evenings? Like what's a good time for you to go view this property?
We have between 2 and 6 available tomorrow, which would be Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So kind of let me shuffle my schedule around. I would love to show it to you if you're available around that time and we can touch bases again to get a specific time. I'm going to go ahead and send you my information, all my contact, if that's okay with you. And also I can ask you if you could do me a favor. I would really like for you to let me know how your experience was working with me by providing that information to Zillow once they let you know. Is that something that might work for you?
Yes.
All right, great. So you said from 2 to 4, do you want to schedule that now or do you want to get back later on that, get later with me on that?
No, I called Zillow so I could get into the home tomorrow.
Okay, so from 2 to 4, what's a good time for you?
So let's say 3.
Perfect, 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna pencil in 3 o'clock. I'll confirm that email with you here shortly, and we'll be talking soon.
Okay, so for that particular home, do you think it's going to be competitive? Do you think it's going to go over the 900,000?
You know, I'm not quite sure yet. Well, what we would have to do is definitely run some comms, see what everything's going on in that market. But I'd love to kind of share that with you. Maybe we could even do a buyer consultation and kind of run you through kind of what the process is, and then go from there.
And then, do I have to have a pre-approval to go see this home?
No, you don't. You don't
Okay.
have to have a pre-approval to go see the property.
Okay, so what was your name again? Joaquin?
Yes.
What's the next step? So what do I do now?
So at this moment, all you gotta do is just wait for my email. That's gonna just confirm the appointment. I will meet you at 123 Main Street at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, all right, perfect.
All right, thanks, Elias. Nice talking to you.
Okay, thanks.
All right,
Cool.
bye-bye.
We'll break character. All right, so Joaquin, so I'm going to give you a compliment for straight out of the gates. There's something about your tone your tone is similar to the way you just talk regularly, right? Like
Yeah.
there's this natural flow to your voice that I think sounds really, really good on the phone or on the computer. So I like the tone of your voice first off. So rule of thumb, whether you're working Zillow leads or whether you're working other online leads, try not to start out your conversation with a yes or no question. One of the first questions, the very first question that you ask the client is, if you don't mind, right? What if the client said, I do mind? Well, then where do you go from there, right? So it's not asking for permission, right? They're calling us wanting to see 123 Main Street. Perfect, let me do this. And you go right into it instead of asking a question, right? It's like asking the question, are you still interested in homes in the Oakland area? Yes or no? If I say no, then you're gonna use the line, well, let me know, right? So try not to put yourself in a yes or no situation right out of the gates, right? Do you mind? Yes, I mind. Well, shoot, what do I do from there, right? Why this area? So this is gonna be a shift for you, and this is why we're doing these auditions, is you ask why this area when it's just too soon, right? So think about the acronym. A is appointment, location, and then motivation is third. Motivation, and some of that motivation is going to come on the second call. And we're going to elaborate on that in just a minute. If you're available, right? on the earlier call and earlier in the call, you knew that I was available, and then you asked if I was available. And I think that was like nerves got to you. Said if I was available, and then you said if that's okay, right? Here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. These are the times that we're going to go. I'm going to check to see availability, and I'm going to get right back to you to make sure that I can get in, and I'm going to check with the sellers, right? Is this something that you're okay with, right? So you're asking these questions, and I get it. You're a polite guy, but you don't have to ask those questions, right? They're calling you. We're providing them a service, and you as an agent are providing them a service. Confirm with email. You said, I'm going to confirm with email. It was a little confusing what you were confirming on email. You didn't say like, I'm going to confirm the time, the appointment time, and then comps. And so the reason why we're doing this is to show you the method. It's ALM for your first time. We just, obviously we're going to have to button up some things, but that's why we're doing it. But those are my takeaways and polishing points from that, but good job overall. Let's go over to Judge John. Oh, I like
that was good, man. And I definitely second what Elias was saying about your like tone is very like calming is not even the right word, but it's just very like even and like it sounds good. Definitely a shift in this because it compared to making prospecting calls where you're like digging a little bit. This is a call where you pretty much can just assume once you're on the phone, they're calling you because they want to see your property, and you can go straight to that. So really, what like 90% of this appointment should be, or 90% of this call should be about setting the appointment. So you don't even need to ask them why they want it. They want to see the property. So go straight to like, great. Like, I see that you want to see 123 Main Street tomorrow, or you want to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. When's a good time for you? Tomorrow between 2 and 6. Awesome. Let me check with the seller and I'll get right back to you and confirm the details. And then at that point, you could either, if you're in a spot, so you're sitting in your computer, like, okay, while I pull up the information on this property, why don't you tell me a little about where you are in your home journey? And then that'll open up like their motivation a little bit. And then you can say, cool. And when someone gives you a range, just book something in that range. So if he said 2 to 6 or 2 to 4, just book whatever works best for you. So you don't need to like, if he's saying 2 to 6, anything within that's going to work. So book whatever's best for you, or book whatever's best, whatever's available for that listing. And then say, great, we're scheduled to see it at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Just have a couple more questions for you. And then you can say, hey, there's a form you need to sign. Like really any of the finer details you can get into. And then even financing, like, you might want to ask that because you want to make sure realistically you're going to show it to them either way. So you can discuss financing when you get to the property. You don't want to ask too many questions to scare them away, but really just remember that like 90% of the flex calls should just be about setting the appointment, and you can do everything else in the follow-up.
All right.
Judge Kenny.
I overall thought it was really good. It was short to the point. There was some yes or no answers he had, but I think that was probably one of my favorite calls. I think because it was mostly short and he got the objective done, which is get the appointment right away.
Yeah.